Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to our first UNCG Women's Basketball Summer Check-In for 2020. Today is September the 1st, and I'm here with head coach Trina Patterson, the reigning SoCon Coach of the Year, and two members of the reigning SoCon champions from last year, senior guards Tori Powell and CeCe Crudup. How's everybody doing today?
Good, good.
How you doing, Rob? Thanks for having us today.
Good. I'm excited to be here at UNCG. I'm the Associate Athletic Director for Strategic Communications here. And Coach, just wanted to start with you. Where's the summer been like? It's been a unique summer. No manual for what we've been experiencing and things of that nature, but somehow you've kept the girls, you've kept the team together.
Yes, Rob, the summer has been awesome for us. We're a team of growth, and we like tackling challenges, and this summer was a challenge. We were able to move forward on July 20th. That's when the NCAA allowed for the first day of practice. We were in our 8-hour limit per week. We were able to have a majority of our team back, the ones who could travel back. And it was an amazing experience to get to see one another again after months of not seeing one another due to the pandemic. We were really grateful for the opportunity that our athletic director, Kim Record, and our staff provided for our team. And we are fortunate because there were a lot of teams who weren't back this summer. And so we were able to have an opportunity to grow as we have a fairly new team, and so it was a success.
And that's good. I mean, I guess if for the players, what was the best part about your summer workouts? As Coach alluded to, you guys were able to get together over the summer, and so what was the best part of your summer workouts, and in what areas do you feel you've both developed individually, and how would that help the team this year?
Yeah, so for me, I think the best part of the summer workouts was just, getting in the gym. For one, because like Coach said, it had been so long because of the pandemic, just really seeing everybody's faces after, so many Zoom calls, getting to meet the new players, seeing how that new team dynamic was going to be. So, that was exciting for me, to get back and just meet everybody and, figure out how we can gel.
Yeah, I agree with CeCe. Being able to connect was a big thing for us because we do have some new faces. So being able to get to know each other and, figure out how we're going to get this championship this upcoming year is what we look forward to.
And while we're on the subject of the newcomers, for the players, what excites you about the newcomers?
Well, what excites me about at least two of our four newcomers is that we are big. We need size. We have 6'2" and 6'3" in our freshmen forwards, and Jalen Hastings and Khalees Kane. We also have size in two newcomers by way of junior college, Tori Tyler, and also Jalen Brown. And, Tori's 5'11", and Jalen Brown's about 5'7". So we have size and we have experience. So those, and two are freshmen and two are players who played 2 years. So we have a mix, and so they're slowly adjusting to our culture, learning from our upperclassmen like Tori and CeCe and some other upperclassmen. And so the key is it's new for them. We're being patient because we should be at this time, but the ceiling can be the limit for them.
Thank you, Coach. And obviously, we're on Zoom, which has been the new normal for the summertime. Tori and CeCe, how have you guys adjusted to the new normal of face covering, social distancing, and everything else that we've had to deal with since March?
It's definitely been an adjustment. I gotta say by now we're used to it, but I guess it requires just more attention to detail, attention to what you got to do at this hour or the next hour, or, make sure you stay safe around everyone, you're always thinking about others, when you're doing certain actions, I think that was a big thing to adjust to. Thinking about others, like maybe I can't go see my family one weekend or another weekend, to protect my teammates, just to be cautious. So I have to be more cautious, I would say.
Yeah, definitely. I would say it's become a part of my routine when I go to the grocery store, making sure I have my keys, my phone, my wallet, and my mask. It's been something that we've had to incorporate. It's definitely been an adjustment.
Yeah, also, Rob, for us, for coaches, we wear masks in practice, and that was an adjustment. Just from a facility standpoint, you can't use a whistle. So what do? We make adjustments. We have electric whistles. Things where we're trying to social distance from our players when we can, and coaching them. And then just understanding all of the small things that we have to check the box every day. And that requires discipline. And it requires some sacrifice. But that's not nothing. That's something that we can do, and we must all do if we're going to get through this thing, and we will move through this.
And I think it's been interesting this summer with everything. But I feel that you all have adjusted well and made the most of where we are right now. And so just for Tori and CeCe, obviously the team lost a lot from last year, but has a lot returning. In your opinion, what will success look like, and what will you all need to do in order to get back to the SoCon, win the SoCon again, and win the SoCon tournament championship?
I think success looks like keeping our standards, our team standards, and holding each other accountable, because we know what it looks like. We know what hard work looks like in order to achieve that. So making sure that we're, not allowing each other to slack and encouraging each other to continue to be the best that we can be. And individually, I think it takes just working hard in your individual workouts every day in practice to make sure you can get at least 1% better, so that you can be the best player that you can be and pour into the team that much.
Yeah, just to add on to that was great, Tori. Just pretty much consistency in our growth. Every day, like she said, getting 1% better. We had a foundation. Every day we're getting better every day. Then there's no stopping us. And I think, that connection on and off the court is very important also. Like I said, that team dynamic, it's a new team dynamic. It's great energy. And we just have to, build off that natural great energy that we have from the jump street. So.
No, I definitely appreciate that. And I think, I think fans will be excited to watch you all play this year and, come out and continue to support the program. And, obviously for all three of you all on the call, final question, it's been a tough summer, away from the basketball court, in addition to the pandemic and in addition to so many other things going on. Can each of you just describe how the summer has impacted you personally, and ultimately what are some of those things that you're doing as a team to make a difference? And I guess, Coach, for you, as the leader of the program, how has it been for you to lead during these tough times?
As a society, we're at a point in time where we're like, we just have to have enough is enough. We're at that point. We like to attempt to help move some of the systemic racism and injustice that we see before us. And so being a leader means to, stand up and say something when things are wrong. I'm really proud of what our team has done from the start. And I'll let them talk about what they've done from the start. About 3 months ago, they started this, and they're still doing it. And I think what they give me energy to lead them, because they know that they can make a difference. And that's what's so awesome about coaching this team, that they're not just basketball players, that they're using their leadership, they're doing civic engagement. They're great basketball players, and great in the classroom. So that's why that's just a form. It's a form you can form a championship when you have all of those things. So yes, it's been a challenge, but I know that we can get better, and we're going to do better.
And then Tori and CeCe, can you speak to the same things? Obviously, how has this impacted you personally, and then what are some of the initiatives that you all have done to move that needle and make a difference?
Yeah, so personally, I mean, it's a tough situation going on around the world like that, well, around the US more particularly, that, I mean, just really does take a toll on the Black community. So I mean, personally, mentally, it can be a lot. I mean, I think I really try to just watch how much time I spend on socials, you know, how much time I do choose to engage, but also make sure I am engaging at the same time. And as a team, especially as a team full of, you know, many African American women, we feel compelled to, you know, unite together and take a stand in different ways. And so far, we have put a statement out on Twitter, Instagram, and all our socials, I'm pretty sure. And we've also, you know, donated to a charity of our choice, that well, Black business. So we just wanted to do, you know, put action behind our words after putting out that statement, and we continue to do more things going forward. And I also know some of my teammates, Tori, she can speak more on what they're doing with their the Black Student Association and things of that nature. So.
Yeah, two other of my teammates, Aja Boyd and Excellent Greer, we've started a Black Student Athlete Association, the BSAA, within UNCG athletics. So the idea behind it is to just create a safe space for Black staff and student athletes, so that we have a place where we can have a resource to be engaged, and also just to make sure that we have a platform. I think it is very challenging to operate with the social injustices that are happening. So like CeCe said, being engaged is a big step, but also making sure that for your health, that you have a place where you can express yourself.
Yeah, and again, I appreciate everything that you all are doing and moving the needle. And, you know, as people listen, you know, they realize that UNCG athletics and women's basketball in particular, since we're on this call, are leaders, not only on the court, but off the floor, and that, you know, that we are a program full of phenomenal women. On that note, just before we end here, I feel compelled to end on a much lighter note. You know, that was a little heavy, you know, summer preview and things of that nature. But just on a lighter note, you know, in these tough times, what piece of advice can you give? Do you want to share for anybody, just in general? What's been some of the best advice that you've gotten this summer?
I always tell people, just control what you can control, and don't get too worked up over the things you can't control. The uncontrollable thing, that's my thing. I mean, I keep pretty simple. That's what works for me. Just control what I can control and work from there.
How about you, Tori?
On the topic of controllables, like CeCe said, I think it's very important to unplug. I think our generation in general is very tech savvy, always on the different social media platforms, but taking time for yourself to just unplug and be able to be present, I think is important. A lot of people spend a lot of time, well, what change can I make next week? What change can I make in the next couple of years? Well, if we focus on today, right now, and being present, we can do that.
And Coach, take us home.
All right. So I just appreciate a new day. I'm grateful for a new day, a new moment, and I celebrate each day like it's the last day. So that's what we need to be. The sunshine is always, we're going to have another day, and we know things will always look better. that we'll get through this. So I'm very encouraged. I can't wait for to see how this team matures this year. I am so excited. And these two, and then we have their teammates. I'm excited about our women's basketball program, our staff, and so it's going to be a great year, Rob. It's going to be a great year.
And on that note, you heard it first. It's going to be a great year. And you know, once we finalize schedules and dates and times, we'll make sure we release that on UNCGSpartans.com. But in the meantime, continue to follow our program and connect with us through all of our social media channels and our website, as we'll have periodic feature stories and a whole bunch more as we lead into the 2021 women's basketball season. And we appreciate your time, and you all have a good day. Thank you for listening and watching.